Here's a thought-provoking quote from the Stoic philosopher Seneca. Therefore explain why a wise person shouldn't get drunk, not with words, but by the facts of its ugliness and offensiveness. It's most easy to prove that so-called pleasures, when they go beyond proper measure, are but punishments. I know Stoics are supposed to be virtue ethicists, but what you just heard was an argument for the utility of certain behavior. We often hear from Christians and Muslims that before Jesus or Muhammad, people didn't have an understanding of what is right or wrong. But not only do we see an understanding of right and wrong, but also better arguments. What you heard was not just a command from God. What you heard was an argument measuring the cost and benefit of an action, using that behavior as an example to evaluate and explain to others why it is logical for someone to do something or consider not doing something. And remember, this quote is more than 2,000 years old. It's not just modern humans that have discovered that there are better ways to come up with moral codes that are best suited for progress in our personal lives and for society in general. Humans have been capable of doing this for thousands of years. It is a lie that we need Holy Scripture. It's amazing how even some atheists believe that maybe religion is outdated now, but Holy Scripture was useful at some point for guiding humanity. It was not. We have thousands of examples of people being fully capable of making logical arguments for morality that was not reliant on specific guidance from a God. Also, note that how this quote makes an argument against temporary pleasures in favor of something that is beneficial in the long run, which goes against the narrative that without religion, humans would be too invested in simple temporary pleasures. You don't even have to agree with what these ancient philosophers are necessarily saying, only to understand the point that they were completely capable of making arguments for morality without the need of religion. If you want to find more examples of such arguments before Christianity and Islam became mainstream, look more into Epicurean and Stoic philosophers. There are a lot of disagreements among them, but that's what makes it more interesting, because it is through disagreements and challenges that we discover the best methods, not through divine revelations that gives us easy answers to complicated questions. Religious people often pretend that certainty in revelation is what makes their answers stronger, but it's actually uncertainty and the realization that complicated questions require complicated answers that helps us continue to progress.